In Night Crows, there are 4 class types and 8 subclasses. Night Crows may choose among the initial classes of Warrior, Swordman, Hunter, and Witch. There are 2 subclasses for each initial class, and the 3 promotions for each subclass allow each initial class to become even more specialized and powerful. The first Warrior class can choose either the two-handed sword or spear. With the two-handed sword comes formidable HP and power, enabling you to overpower the enemy with a gigantic weapon. With the spear, you can enjoy a heavier style of combat, like putting a number of enemies together to bind them. The Swordman class can balance both attack and defense by choosing either the one-handed sword or twin sword. This class can use the shield to protect both themselves and allies, or use the twin sword to strike fatal blows on the enemy. The Hunter class is a ranged class that uses the bow in combat. This class can choose either the bow or dagger. The bow has the longest attack range in Night Crows, and the dagger lands critical hits on the enemy after nullifying them. The Witch class is a ranged class that attacks the enemy with impressive elemental magic. This class can choose either the staff or wand. The staff lets you inflict large amounts of damage to multiple targets using magic area attacks, and the wand enables you to support your own on the battlefield with area healing spells. These abilities grant the Witch class a pivotal role on the battlefield. From choosing your class to advancement and promotions, remember, only the path of your choices lead to your growth in Night Crows. Way of life, Night Crows. You can travel the world of Night Crows in various ways. Distinctive mounts on the ground will allow you to traverse the vast land of continental Europe, and even faster movement with intense and dynamic combat can be had with gliders, which are exclusive to Night Crows. With these 2, you can move around freely both on the ground and in the air. And the Night Crow's gliders don't just stop at flying downwards to travel long distances. You can hover with hover flight, rush horizontally forward with flight rush, and target an enemy on the ground to track and attack them with dive attack while in the air. Try out these 3 features in flight. Just remember that gliders have different features according to style and grade, and choose the right glider for you. A must-have way of plowing through an age of chaos. The dynamic area of battle now includes the air. Use various gliders to your advantage to form your own combat strategies to become the true ruler of the battlefield. Fly high, Night Crows. The Battlefront is a conflict region where crew from all servers fight fierce battles in server groups. Here, fierce competition takes place over who gets to defeat powerful boss monsters. This is why most of the Battlefront consists of battle regions, save for the shelters that serve as the base for each server. Various types of terrain in the maps drive the crew to put their glider prowess to the test. And awesome rewards for elite and boss monsters are also features of the Battlefront. With intense battles taking place every day, the Battlefront offers better and more various rewards than battles in normal fields. Of these rewards, Distinction Insignia are one of the main in-game currencies you can obtain by defeating monsters in the Battlefront and characters from other servers. Distinction Insignia can not only be used for various purposes, but they also play a critical role in determining Battlefront rankings. Ranks are determined by Distinction Insignia rankings and amount, and they also come with differential buffs, which is why Distinction Insignia are must-have rewards for crew who step out onto the Battlefront. New enemies from other servers, and powerful monsters that only appear in the Battlefront. Being in the Battlefront will lead you right into the vortex of conflict, more intense than you've ever experienced. Answer the call of the Battlefront and make your name known. A huge war. Night Crows. In Night Crows, you can use materials obtained in-game to craft various items like weapons, gear, accessories, and consumables. In normal craft, anyone can craft with materials without any specialized crafting skills. And in specialized craft, you can freely choose one of the 4 specialized crafting arts and craft items only from that crafting art. If you need items from a crafting art you haven't chosen, you can purchase them through the exchange, or make crafting requests to others through the request station. In the exchange, the center of the economy of Night Crows, items are tied to each server group, and you can use diamonds to purchase the items you need and sell items you have. If the items you want are not in the exchange, or if you need more diamonds to purchase them, look for the request station icon right next to the exchange. With daily quests, region requests, and dungeon requests, you can carry out other users' requests to get diamonds as rewards, or find someone to do yours. And with crafting requests, you can pay some fees to request others to craft certain items. Cooperation and interchange between 3 servers will be the foundation of faster growth for all crew. One market of conflict and cooperation. One economy and one world. That is the world of Night Crows. One market, Night Crows.
Hello, Night Crows crew! Welcome to the world of Night Crows. I'm CM Young, and I'll be guiding you through your adventures from now on. Follow me to find out more about how to play Night Crows. Cruise Creed with CM Young begins now! There are many ways to move your character in Night Crows. You can simply tap the place you want your character to go or use the movement pad. But the most convenient way is to use the map. To move automatically, open the map, tap where you want your character to go, and tap Move. And you can also move instantly to regions where teleporting is available. Manually moving your character can also be fun. You can control your character in flight with a glider. While in flight, you can make your character hover and rush, and pressing both the movement key to go backward and flight rush key at the same time will make your character fly upward while in the air. Press the attack key during flight to attack a designated target. And riding the updrift in the field maps can be a great way for your character to reach high places in the blink of an eye. Use gliders to add more excitement to strategic combat and adventure. Now that we've covered movement, let's move on to combat. You can use the search icon to figure out nearby enemies, and pressing the attack button will make your character attack the designated target or enemies near it. Making use of the quick slot is highly recommended for more convenient hunting and combat. Register the skills and items you need to the quick slot to use them easily in combat. Once you have registered them to the quick slot, you can use them by simply tapping the quick slot with keyboard shortcuts or auto-use settings. Drag the register slot downwards to activate auto-use. HP potion settings are available with the icon at the far right. Skills are available not only with the quick slot, but also with skill sequence and auto-use settings. Use whichever one to customize it the way you want. Tap the auto button to activate the auto-use skills and items. Even more customization is available in the Settings tab. Visit the Settings tab to customize the settings to your own gameplay style and for the situations your character will face. In PC mode, keyboard control key settings are also available. Use the Control Keys icon at the bottom of the menu to customize it the way you want. Play the game with keys just the way you like it. Now, Wouldn't that make combat even more stylish? If you want faster growth in the early stages, try doing various quests. There are main, sub, and daily quests. Main quests will grant you faster growth as well as rewards that will be useful for gameplay. Daily quests can be carried out every day and give you contribution coins and region contribution points. You can also find other users to carry out your daily quests through request. There are special items you can only buy with contribution coins, so don't forget the daily quest rewards. Simply enjoy your adventures, and before you know it, your character's level will have gone up, and its stats too. Character stats are available in character details. Damage, defense, and accuracy are main stats that have a great impact on combat and are available for quick review in the status bar at the bottom left of the screen. Stats can also be increased through crit inheritance. Once your character reaches a certain level and obtain crit points, you can invest them in the stats you want or retrieve them. And you can use up to 40 points on one crit, so try increasing the stat you want in crit inheritance. Do you have your eyes on leveling? Once you get to certain levels, you can proceed with class advancement after meeting the requirements. With class advancement, you can specialize in your selected class, and advancing higher will let you learn more skills. The first advancement will also unlock the weapon proficiency menu. There, you can use weapon proficiency experience points to increase weapon proficiency additional effects. You can get weapon proficiency experience points by defeating monsters using your class weapon, and upon class advancement, the maximum weapon proficiency level limit is increased. Don't forget to increase your weapon proficiency level for those various additional effects. Complete the second and third class promotions to acquire class skill traits. You can get skill trait points upon class promotions and when your weapon proficiency level increases. Skill trait points can be used to add effects to existing skills. And you see, skill trait points can always be reset. So simply reset them if you want to change these effects. Lastly, if your class doesn't suit you, you can change classes. Now, please keep in mind that once you change classes, items, weapon proficiency, and skill trait points from before will not be available until you're changed back. So think twice before changing classes. There are many ways to get more stats. One of them is spell infusion, in which you're granted stats randomly. And if you get maximum value for each slot, you're granted additional stats. Saving and loading stats is also available, so use this to your advantage. Collection is also another way to get more stats. Register collection items obtained through gameplay in categories like monster, achievement, gear to get collection effects for each. Check which collection items you need and collect and register the right items to increase the stat you want. You can also get more stats with mounts and weapon styles. Mounts and weapon styles can be purchased in the shop, and you can obtain one of 5 grades randomly among normal, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. The equipment effect for each grade and type is different, and there are additional stats granted for in-slot effects, so it may also be a good idea to purchase and combine mounts and weapon styles of various types. Equipment effects and in-slot effects also apply to gliders. While all gliders have stats that influence experience gain, the grade of each glider also determines its stats, so try your hand at crafting various gliders to get the stats you want. Enhancing and refining the gear you obtained is a way of granting them even more power. First, enhancing gear requires enhancement scrolls for each type of gear. Doing so will increase the stats of each gear item. While gear can be enhanced up to 12, Failure may destroy the gear item. After guaranteed enhancement, safer enhancement scrolls are recommended, and it would be wise to be more cautious when attempting to enhance gear. The next is refining. With this, you can grant new stats to gear above rare in grade. Refinement stones for each type of gear are required, and refining can grant additional stats with a certain chance. Now, there are no failures in refining, so feel free to try refining to get the stats you need. The default way of obtaining currency is through hunting monsters. If you want to get items that are more special, try visiting the various dungeons in Nightcrows. There, you can obtain more useful items. Dungeons may only be used for set amounts of time, and the difficulty of each dungeon increases with level. The higher the difficulty, the more difficult hunting monsters will be, but the grade of the rewards will also have gone up. In special dungeons, you can engage in PvP in server groups. By defeating characters from different servers, you can obtain distinction insignia. And in special dungeons, boss monsters appear at set times. Information about boss monsters that appear in field maps and special dungeons is available in Boss Status menu. There, you can get information about the time they appear, regions, and rewards. Use this information to participate in defeating boss monsters. Who knows, it may even give you special rewards. Now, on to more places to get special items. One would be the battlefront. PvP in server groups is also available here, and the distinction insignia obtained here can be exchanged for various items. So don't forget to visit the battlefront merchant to do just that. There are also ranking benefits for the amount of distinction insignia you have. You can check your ranking and benefits in ranking menu. All the special items you've obtained can be changed into currency through the exchange. Check price information for items you have to sell them at appropriate prices, and once an item you've registered is sold, you obtain V-Dia. You can also buy items you need using diamonds and V-Dia, so it might be a good idea to visit the exchange to get the items you need. Yet another way to obtain V-Dia would be the request station. At the request station, you can carry out quests and craft requests from other users to obtain V-Dia as rewards. The deposit is not returned, so make sure to check if you can carry out a request before accepting it. To accept requests, move to the request station bulletin board in each village. If you have your eye on a request, be quick to get there before anyone else.